Onafuwa.
I'm Oluwaseun Akinola, and I'm glad that you could be here with us on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Well, the third musketeer is not here.
Yes.
But I'll still say my yo.
Exactly, because Charity is listening and she really needs to hear that. Yo. Charity is unavoidably absent this morning. I guess the rain. Perhaps may have been part of why she's not here. But anyway, anybody else stuck at home for some reason or the other due to the rain, let's hope that definitely the rains will stop soon.
Josh,
and allow
Josh's
mind is already.
I mean, what are you trying to say?
What is she? What is he trying
me
to
say something I don't want to say?
No, don't be tempted.
So, I mean, let's stick to the issue.
Absolutely. All right. So, this is of course where we start to talk about some of the trending news this week, and I think that one news that really overshadowed everything, apart from the Anambra story, quite a number of stories that came out from the Anambra election that will hold this weekend. But I mean, the most devastating one and emotional one for me is the the Ikoyi 21-story building collapse.
Gerald Street.
Oh my days! It really was a sad one to hear, and of course, every day we've been receiving updates about that. The owner of the building, Femi Oshibono, was found yesterday. His body was found yesterday, and I think as at right now there are about 40 that have been. There's a 36-man death toll.
I mean, yesterday about 36.
Yes, 36. The death toll has reached about 36. 9 survivors. Thankfully, there were about 9 people that survived.
There were news on different degrees of injuries on the bodies. Well, that incident is something that has done a lot to our society in terms of our passion for cutting corners, not going through the processes the way it should be done. Our lack of diligence when it comes to carrying out things that are supposed to be done with due diligence. When I say this, with utmost respect, and all our hearts are gone out to those who lost their lives. If we begin to look at the series of people that were involved in that, you know that it's a tragedy. It's a complete tragedy for the nation as a country. You see, I saw a picture of a youth corps member who just graduated and then
who was deployed from Borno State because her parents were afraid of
as it were, only to come to Lagos State, worked somewhere and then died under the rubbles. Or someone who wanted to just travel to the US that day and
Bosini,
to see a friend in that facility and then ended up dying in that rubble. How about someone who was about to get married?
Exactly.
And people with plans. How about those who had invested, who are subscribed to that facility, 360 degrees, that's 3 towers.
Absolutely.
Those who had actually paid advance payment to own those flats, those facilities. I mean, it was supposed to be a complete one-stop shop where you have hospitals, you have bars, you have clubs, you have residential apartments and the rest. Luxury apartments, as it were. And the names of people who have been on the list of those who have procured, those apartments are the higher mighty Nigeria, as it were. And so the point is, if we look at the process, you will ask a lot of questions. Why did the deputy governor say that they approved 21 stories while Oki said they approved 15 story buildings? Why did we see a letter from a contractor who pulled out? In February 2020?
And also with the contract, a lot of people are saying, yes, we get it that he backed out, and now he's saying he backed out because he noticed that obviously there's certain things that obviously went against his values. But people like that, we should encourage people to speak up. It's not enough to just say I backed out, but then I allow bad things to continue to happen, because then look at what has happened now.
Eventually.
People like that should, go to the authorities, go to the news and say, hey, I feel as a professional that this kind of thing can harm people. I have backed up, but it's not enough to just back up. We must begin to speak
there should be a whistleblowing
absolutely
on such a situation where it becomes a public knowledge that this structure should not be. That all of us begin to speak against it. I mean, it comes to when they say he came to the media or he leaked the document, people will say that's what the media want to fester upon.
Exactly.
But the truth is, we probably would have saved a lot of lives.
Yes, if this had come out before.
And even investments. If this whistleblower had done it earlier, like you said.
But then there's a chance that maybe he did, because apparently the Lagos State government had even told them to stop work in that place. But of course, they have a way of going behind to go and settle somebody.
It's simple. If Josh stopped me from doing something in the studio, I'll probably go to his line manager.
Exactly.
Or I'll go to somebody higher than his line manager.
Yes.
And so that somebody will instruct his line manager, who will then tell him to do what I wanted him to do. And
exactly.
He probably wouldn't have a choice than to just keep quiet. And not say anything.
Absolutely. I'm glad that, the Lagos State government oftentimes when we hear things like this, for example, I don't know how many years ago it was, there was a construction in Lekki 2 that collapsed. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
How about Synagogue of All Nations building some 7 years ago that went down?
We often don't get justice.
116 people died. The engineers and the church were indicted in criminal negligence. But what happened to that? Went silent
after a while.
Nothing.
Well, 2 days ago, the Lagos State governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, ordered indefinite suspension of the general manager of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, Mr. Gbolahan Oki, an architect. The suspension followed the collapse of a 21-story building at Gerard Road, Ikoyi on Monday, in which over 15 persons at the time were confirmed dead and several others still trapped and feared death in the debris. Sanwo-Olu, in the meantime, has set up an independent panel to probe the collapse of the 21-story building, comprising the Nigerian Institute of Architects, NIA, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, NITP, Nigerian Society of Engineers, and other professional bodies. I think this should even be public. It shouldn't be something because, like we said, in a few weeks, there'll be another story that will overshadow this one.
Like Michael said yesterday, and I was shuddering. Michael said, yes, we're going to discuss this. The media is going to be on it for like 2-3 weeks, and then after on, another one will happen, and we'll start talking again. He said it has not stopped because we are not taking the decisive steps.
Absolutely.
What are we dealing with? We are dealing with criminal negligence of a lot of people who are involved in the process of construction.
Absolutely.
We are dealing with people who want to cut corners. We're dealing with Shylock business people. We're dealing with developers who do not have desire for going through the right places. So is it possible for the Lagos State government as a microcosm of Nigeria to overhaul those structures and find some how do I put it, restraining structures in such a way that if you miss this, you won't miss the other one.
Yes.
Quality control, SON.
Absolutely.
What's SON doing about this?
Regulating, going around ensuring.
Exactly. So the iron bars, the cement, the blocks. I saw a video, I might show you later, a video of blocks that have been manufactured, and a push would all the blocks will crumble.
Oh, Lord. And what people don't know is you can think, it looks far away to you. But the thing is, if this continues to happen, you're buying houses. It's not like you can get, you can't test a house. You just trust that the architect and the builders did a great job. So if we don't have something in place to ensure that, people do the right thing, whether anybody's looking or not. Wow, look at the blocks. I can see it now. Someone's going to build with this thing.
Yes.
People will buy the property.
Bought it.
People will buy the property, move in, and then we'll hear, some building collapsed.
Bought the blocks, and they probably are building with it right now as we speak. And so someday there'll be so much water, and it caves in, and then we begin to blame people who can't find.
The thing is, oftentimes we admire, countries like America, UK, how things are done. But do we really? Because the reason why things are expensive, you can't just go to the UK and build a house.
No.
Is because you have to do due diligence. Here is easy to cut corners. So I think that's why people want Nigeria to remain the lawless, corrupt place it is, because. And it's not even just a government thing. It is a everybody thing. Because you know that if you traffic lights, for example, at Idiodo here, you see people who cannot wait for how many seconds for the lights to turn green.
Okay, you come to Idiodo. Let's even go to Idiodo. If you're taking the turn on red, by that place, you see a culvert. It's a small culvert.
Yes.
It's stressed right now. There's a gap between that culvert and the bridge beside it. And so there is that gully there. And so your vehicle is stressed every time he passes that place. And somebody is looking at that. Somebody is responsible for that place. There is a government agency that is responsible for that particular portion of the road until it becomes impossible before we will now get so much money to work on it. That's what we do.
It's really, really sad. What we don't realize is that, I mean, we're talking about insecurity. We talk about insecurity all the time. Look at the copper who, because she was running from Keke, Abi, how did they say
railway.
She was running, exactly. And it's sad because when our government, if we're going to get our act together, it's beyond just, kidnapping is everything. Nigeria, it feels like some people say, Nigeria will kill you in one way or the other.
If it doesn't kill you, it will happen to you. That's what they say. If Nigeria does not kill you,
yes,
it just happens to you.
Look at how they're handling emergency services already is something that they had to take a 2-hour break. There are people, I mean, can you imagine if a building collapses in America? You will take shifts. You do not sleep until you rescue people.
You're drafting people from different states.
Thank you.
To say, okay, if you are done 6 hours, you go another 6 hours, another person goes another 6 hours, and then you recircle it until 4 days.
CNN reported that they even brought body bags because they wasn't to just rescue people, but to just come and carry dead body. And so mentality, everything, so much, that happens when we don't get our act together. I mean, it's just really, really sad because I'm sure there are people who could have survived the first few days, who would have been, alive. Mm-hmm. But because, I mean, there was a sad video of a woman. I think she hasn't found her relative yet. And she'll say, look at how you are doing this rubble. You are pouring it on other people. Even if they are not dead, you are killing them.
What if they were there and you are burying them alive?
You know what? Well, Nigeria, we hail thee. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we've got more news stories from this week that we'll be looking at. Don't go away.
Splash FM 105.5. Arenax Plus ní orúkọ tó yẹ kó rántí ní ìgbàkúùgbà tí ó bá fẹ́ rí ara rẹ tí o sì nílò láti lo oògùn ibà lọ́nà tó rọrùn. Arenax Plus ní oògùn ibà tá a ṣe pẹ̀lú èròjà artemether àti lumefantrine tí yóò lé àìsàn ibà dànù kúrò láàgọ́ ara rẹ ní kíákíá láìsí ìnira kankan. Ó dára fún ọmọdé àti àgbàlagbà. Arenax Plus ṣá àìsàn ibà balẹ̀ kó wómúwómú.
Tí kò bá sí àyípadà lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, kàn sí dókítà rẹ.
Arenax Plus ó wà káàkiri àwọn ilé ìtajà oògùn tó súnmọ́ yín. Oògùn ibà gidi tó yàtọ̀ láti ilé iṣẹ́ Swiffer.
Christmas time is almost here with the Life Made Christmas Special, 6th of November to the 31st of December. Feel the Christmas spirit with a 48% slice in prices on all products, a 20% slash on all Royal Furniture products. Buy products of 100,000 Naira and above to get giveaways worth maximum of 800,000 Naira. Head to the central showrooms near you and enjoy fun games this festive season with Life Made. Participate in awesome games like the Sandbag Toss and the Ring Toss. Stand a chance to win Bluetooth speakers, aromatherapy and power banks from Santa. Feel the Christmas spirit. Life Made. Your life made forever.
Look everywhere, look in different places. So many people winning all over the world. The time has come, the moment we've been fighting for. So many women winning all over the world. So stand up, cause you can, and you can. You are the spice, you are the seasoning. You got the recipe, you can be whatever you want. Yes, you are the flavor, as beautiful as the rainbow. You got the recipe, you can do whatever you want.
You have the recipe. What will you make?
With Maggie, cook the difference.
Uncle Dentist, what be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Say they use Kung Fu?
No, dear. Now, hole for teeth they cause most tooth pains will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula could help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate. Because Colgate locks calcium in.
And the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
If you ask me, looking good goes way beyond the clothes I wear. It's also about taking care of my skin. And good skin needs the right care with the right soap. Just like new Too Sure antibacterial soap, which contains glycerine that deeply moisturizes my skin, keeping it smooth. And I'm spoiled for choice. There's Too Sure Original that is mild and gentle. When I want a cooling sensation on my skin, I use Too Sure Cool with menthol. And if I want, there's also Too Sure Herbal Moisture Plus with eucalyptus oil that soothes. I'm Ebuka Obi Uchendu, and I trust new Too Sure antibacterial soap that kills 99.9% of germs to keep my skin ready to get on with what I do best, including, of course, being the spec. Get yours today.
Be Too Sure. Stop germs. Live well.
Wow, it's here.
What's that? What's here, Mom?
The new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer.
Tell me about it, Mom.
The new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer is carefully produced to help us fight germs and provide the right protection for every family.
Introducing the new Maxi 20 hand sanitizer to help you fight germs every day.
Mom, now I can clean up germs that touch my hand and be fine, right?
Yes, son, you can, because Maxi 20 will keep you protected.
Yippee!
Maxi 20, war on germs. Another quality product from Intercontinental Distillers Limited.
Why is this television signal clear? What? Since yesterday? And this fridge isn't cold? I can't believe this.
Okay, I could barely sleep last night because of this noisy generator.
Wahala for who knows the original electronics buy.
Solar Telecoms and Electronics Store, the Jagaban of phones and electronics, is the one-shop place to get quality original electronic appliances at the lowest price this season. In fact, Solat is currently offering you 20% end-of-the-year discount of flat-screen TVs, deep freezers, generators, air conditioners, washing machines, gas cookers, and other appliances. What are you waiting for?
Visit Solat Electronics Showroom today at Obafemi Awolowo Way, J. Allen Dube, Balloon Building, Abayomi Bus Stop, Iwo Road, Solat Mega Store, Mokola, and Challenge and other outlets.
Call Solat Electronics today on 0701 684 1630 or 0907 434 9785.
Offer on while stock lasts.
Solat Electronic Awoof Sales. You deserve the best.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with a boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Christmas time is almost here with the Life-Made Christmas Special. 6th of November to the 31st of December. Feel the Christmas spirit with a 48% slice in prices on all products. A 20% slash on all Royal Furniture products. Buy products of 100,000 naira and above to get giveaways worth maximum of 800,000 naira. Head to the central showrooms near you and enjoy fun games this festive season with Life-Made. Participate in awesome games like the Sandbag Toss and the Ring Toss. Stand a chance to win Bluetooth speakers, aromatherapy and power banks from Santa. Feel the Christmas spirit. Life-Made. Your life made forever.
Golden Mon, your favorite breakfast cereal, is 35 years. Made in Niger, for Niger, by Niger. Now see us from Niger to the world.
Global now.
All thanks to you. So let's celebrate this journey with over 35 million in cash and prizes. Just return 2 empty 900-gram Heritage Edition sachets to your closest redemption center for an instant prize and a chance to be a millionaire. Visit the Golden Morn Nigerian pages on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
Uncle Dentist, what can be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Say they use Kung Fu?
No, dear. Now, hole for teeth, they cause most tooth pains will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula could help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate. Because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
My people, better don't land. Make una come see Ogbonge cable where them manufacture for Wiobodo, Nigeria. Now Pure-Chem cables. Pure-Chem cables na correct electrical cable where they reliable, dependable, and the people where they make them call they safety conscious. Pure-Chem cables get original copper and aluminium cable for different sizes them where you fit use for electrical wiring level for anywhere. Whether na your house, or na your office. The price uncle, no the tear pocket at all. Nationwide distribution don't start. For more information, call
call 0808 030 3257. 0808 030 3257. Piokem Cable and Wire Limited. They have Fritz Compound, 4 tickets, 122/132. Also the Apapa Expressway, Iyano Solo Bus Stop, Lagos. Piokem Cables, Nigerian Electrical Contractors endorser, SON approver. Piokem Cables, na Yubico.
Splash FM 105.5.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.
Welcome back. It is still the Breakfast Gang Show where we're looking at stories that made headlines this week, talking points this week, and of course, we cannot wait to hear your contributions and comments. So you want to text us or call in a bit to 0809-155-1055. All right, this week also, there were quite a number of stories that came out with regards to the upcoming Anambra election. That's happening tomorrow. And of course, headlines with regards to that included the cancellation of the sit-at-home protests by IPOB. So that was a welcome development. Also something that came out with regards, I don't know if you saw the video where they were actually giving people 400 naira and a can of malt.
A kind of drink. I saw it. But I was wondering, in my mind, I was wondering, who are the people that are being given this 400 naira and a can of malt? Because I saw a number of them that are not eligible to vote. A lot of children were there who weren't eligible to vote. So why are you giving them 400 naira and a kind of drink? Some of them were even interrogated. I had the guy asking them certain questions. Where's your PVC or something? Where are you going to vote? And the rest. So even though it was in house, it was in Igbo, but there are some flittering, interrogation. The point is, who were these people that they were given this drink and the money? Then you can also ascertain whether it was the purpose was to make them vote, because they are not carrying their PVCs. You don't know. Many of them may not even be registered to vote. So, but there are some interesting things I want to talk about concerning this election. First is let's look at the turnout of election since 2010 in Anambra. I'll look at 2013. According to this SBM intelligence report, 2013 had 32.17% of the people voting. 32.17%.
Wow.
Yes. And then in 2017, from 2010 to 2017, they got 21.74%.
Wow, even lower.
Yes, it went lower. So this 2021, I'm not sure we're not going to suffer.
I mean, because
apathy.
Yes, the previous ones you have mentioned, I don't think things were as they are now with all that's happening. The insecurity there and all of that. So, wow.
So you see, we need to think about it in that manner. I want to also look at something else here. Anambra election. That was this poll that went out by SB Morgan. They did some
research.
Research, yes. And listen to this research. They ask, will you vote? In Anambra Central, only 29% of people there that were spoken to agreed to vote. In Anambra North, only 15% of the people that were spoken with agreed to vote. And the highest was in Anambra South, where 42% agreed that they were going to vote. Now, listen to this. This is very interesting. Why are you not voting? 54% said IPOB is the reason they are not going to come out to vote.
Wow.
26% says loss of faith in the process. 9% said that because of rigged election, and 6% said for security reason, and the remaining 5% were for other reasons. Now, what do you think is most important for Anambra? So they said, 32% said security is the most important, 29% said Biafra, 24% says economic development, 11% says job, 3% says infrastructure, and 1%, imagine, said good governance.
Wow. I mean, with regards to those who are fearful at this time, I mean, their feelings are valid.
Would you blame them?
Their feelings are very valid.
I am not going to blame them.
But yesterday, in the Punch, it was recorded Inspector General of Police, Mr. Usman Baba, warned non-state actors, including the indigenous people of Biafra, to stay clear of Saturday's election in Anambra State, stating that the heavy deployment of security to Anambra State for Saturday's election was not meant to scare voters. He said the police would deal decisively with anybody who would try to foment trouble during the exercise. He was speaking that was on Wednesday during a stakeholders meeting, and said the election security was designed to cover the 3 senatorial districts of the state, 21 local government areas, 326 wards, 5,720 polling units across the state. And said this massive deployment is not designed to intimidate the law-abiding as being insinuated in some quarters. Shouldn't this presence of the police sort of allay the fears of people?
It's both ways. It could also be intimidating. You know, when you see
what's going on, let me just stay home.
Exactly.
If they are deploying police this much, maybe there's going to be something that's happening.
So it's both ways. I mean, that reaction you just showed now is one way for an average person to say, look, I'm not. This isn't worth risking my life with. If we have this much of police officers on the street and military officers on the street. I mean, what if these guys will clash with IPOB and the rest? What if, and what if?
Yes,
and what if? Yeah, yes. So the governorship election in Anambra will set a new low in voter turnout, in not only in the state, but in governorship elections nationwide.
And what are the consequences of voting being low, people staying home? What are the consequences? Do people know? Yes, you may be fearing for your life, but there are consequences.
The first thing is that the minority, as always been, will make a choice of who becomes the governor.
True.
That's what it means. It will be easier for rigging to take place if there will be anything like that. And the thing is, it will not be a true representation of the mind of the people or the voice of the people. It will simply be the voice of certain people, who are going to run. So it's the eventual winner of that election may not be fulfilled.
And that's sad.
Yes.
It's really sad because I think people need to know the consequences. You may say, I'm just going to sit it out. And this is not even just something about the Anambra election as well, but generally, because we hear people who say that, even in the Southwest, when it's time for election, rather sit it out.
Yeah.
And after a while, you start complaining that, okay, this person that's voted in doesn't look like who we want.
Yes, but why didn't you vote for your own choice?
Absolutely.
Anambra State has 44% unemployment rate.
Wow.
Yes, 44% unemployment rate. And so it's not an election that should be taken with levity. But the truth is, will the people come out to vote? That's the question.
It feels like the what's it called has been set against them already with all that insecurity that's been happening. Some people may say it's political. That some people of course thought far ahead and started sowing discord and sowing all sort of there. So of course it's inevitable that we'll have voter apathy. We'll have people who would rather just sit it out. But it's sad. It really is a sad thing to watch.
So if you want more of this statistic that I have dropped here, SB Morgan, it's SBM Intelligence. They have a report. That report is a very, very detailed report about the candidates. Valentino Zigbo, Chukwuma Soludo for APGA, Andy Uba for APC, the 3 major leading candidates. And they all talk about security and talk about different issues concerning it. Now, the violent incidents in Anambra since 2021 election campaign started, there have been 49 fatalities.
Wow.
From different angles towards this election, 49 fatalities spread across the geopolitical zones in the state. And INEC said it's prepared to do everything. The Anambra election is a test run for the 2023 elections as INEC is looking to create 56,872 new polling units around the country, the first expansion of PU since 1999. And so you see that the election is going to be faced with a lot of a lot of hurdles, as it were. As I told you, there are many questions asked. Will you vote on November 6th? A number of people said no. Some said I may likely or may not vote. What's your view on alignment with the center? Would you want Anambra to align with the center? 86% says it will make no difference. And 18% says it makes sense.
Okay, well, let's see what you have to say. You can call us real quickly on 0809-155-1055. You can also send a text, but we'd rather hear your voice, actually. So call in real quickly. We've got about 10 minutes. I want to take your telephone calls and contributions this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to the Baseball Gang.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Charles from Yana Church.
Oh, Charles from Yana Church. Good to have you here. All right, go ahead. What would you like to contribute on?
I want to speak on the Anambra election. Based on the statistics made out by Mr. Singh, he said security tops the list, followed by IPOP. I think he said good governance is 1%. It is obvious people don't know the essence of good governance. They are just following parties by name, following non-state actors by name. I think what should have topped the list should have been security, followed by good governance. Now, secondly, I want to talk on one of the headlines you read this morning about PDP grabbing power. It's obvious both the PDP and APC are only interested in grabbing power, but you don't know how to manage that power. You see, if I'm to be a lawyer, I would have taken both parties to court, and I will stop the court from stopping them from participating in the next elections. I have facts to prove this. We know what we have witnessed at Nigerians under APC and PDP. And I think it is only the court that can stop them. I will blow all the fans we have in Nigeria to come together. It should not only be interested in defending politicians to make millions. They should come out to defend Nigerians too. Look for a way to stop these two political parties from fielding candidates in the Nigerian elections, and the people that are in PDP should not be allowed to contest the next coming elections, so that we can have a fresh breath in our political space in the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charles. But Charles, you see, when you stop a political party from participating in an election, what would be the basis, and then would you also be able to stop the people who are in those political parties from moving to another party that you think you have new people?
Yeah.
I mean, we're in for a long haul, and I hope that there's a way out, actually. 0809-155-1055. We're on Facebook Live. You can also be part of the program from the Facebook, if you may, this morning.
This text here says, good morning, please. Okay, all right. If you want to know the tariff, you have to come to Splash FM. We'll have a traffic department, and you can speak to somebody with regards to tariff for adverts. So we've got somebody here. Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. You're live. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Charles.
Good morning.
Hello,
it's Ronke.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who's speaking, please?
Yeah, good morning, Ronke.
Yes.
My name is Dr. Mark.
Hello, Dr. Mark. Good to have you.
I just want to say something briefly about the election that is going to hold in Anambra. What we have that is actually making the people react the way they are reacting is bad governance. I'm telling you the truth. It's been the system in Nigeria, and you read something out this morning, 42% unemployment rate. That's the reason why some people can be giving money and be recruited to carry guns in that state. Yes, because if you have nothing doing, if you cannot fall for something, you will fall for anything. So I am advocating the way the country is presently. Honestly speaking, it is, if we continue with this system, I don't think we are going to get Nigeria to a destination. If I have to, I'm in the academic environment and I see a whole lot of things. I'm telling you the truth that if we do not do anything fast to adjust the shenanigans in power, to adjust what is called humongous amount of money that we use to run Nigerian politics, to adjust the rate at which we do not look at the economy of the country, but so some people just want to milk from this nation. If you look at it, they say they are deploying this number of armed force men into the state just for the election. Now I ask a question. Is this force people going to 100% act according to the instruction? Go and write it down. Some of them will humiliate some citizens in that place, all in the name of, trying to make some gains and all that. I don't know how to put this.
Yes.
What I just want as a Nigerian, from what I've studied, is that we have a restructured nation. Put Nigeria in a smaller unit, maybe in 5 states or 6 states, so that there will be better governance.
Okay.
Okay.
The resources that comes into this country is not being used to actually move this nation forward.
Thank you.
We depend too much on dollars.
Dr.
And that's why
Dr. Mark.
the thing is good.
Thank you. So sorry, Dr. Mark. We've got to let you go. Thank you. So I can imagine his obviously
really very
the passion. Yes, I can totally imagine.
Is somebody there, Josh?
All right. This text here says, "Morning to the breakfast gang. The stories you read all point out to the failure of everything in this nation. The government, both in local, state, and federal levels, have failed woefully. In all honesty, I don't know who will bring Nigeria out of this problem." Princess,
Hello.
thank you. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Okay, all right.
It's gone. Oh, sorry about that. So, we have to
try
take that
again. 0809
SMS,
1551055 is the number if you'd like to contribute.
Yes.
And be a part of the program this morning.
Abiodun Falaye says, we want peace, nothing but peace, especially in Anambra.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. What is your name?
Yeah, Sulaiman from Oluyole.
Okay, good to have you here.
Sulaiman, good to hear you.
Good to hear you.
Thank you very much. If we have the access to the list of the people who owns that property at Ikoyi, if we can see the list of all the people who purchased that property, you'll be surprised that the name of the other 5-story building that was added to the initial plan will be the name of those people in the power, like the 5 governor and the governor himself. Look, I work in that sector, and you know what went on to make everything. If the people that they choose to actually investigate it, if they could do a thorough job, a really thorough job, that they are not going to hide anything from us, you'll be surprised that that 5-story that they added to it is a compensation for a lot of shitty jobs they do there. And that is what we are facing in this country. May God keep us.
Sad. Amen to that. I mean, really sad.
I mean, that's
really sad.
Really sad.
All right. Hello, good morning. Okay, well, I mean, it is totally sad. Oftentimes, I mean, these obviously the masses that pay for some of the things that were allowed to happen, that the elites allowed to happen. All right, number to call is 0809 155 1055.
Oyadotun Bode, Joy Temitope, Anyoke Abayomi Ismail, Omikunleke Abraham. Good morning to you all, and thank you for joining us on our Facebook Live.
Thank you very much for being a part of the program. All right, so if you have any comments and contributions, you can leave it in the comment box, or you can call us real quickly on 0809
155 1055 0805 699 8678 and 0706 949 3000 if you got one or call before we take a bow here.
Yes, because we've got 2 minutes left, but we want to take one more call before we call it a day on today's edition of the Breakfast Gang. So if you want to react to the Anambra election coming up and some of the statistics that we have read out on the program, or on the, of course, what people are still talking about, the 21-story building collapse in Ikoyi in Lagos, you can also call us. Those were the, top stories this week that made talking points. So if you want to contribute to them, would love to hear you before we take a bow on today's edition of the program.
Okay, well, as we close this morning, I'm looking at that report again. 29% of the respondents believe that creating a new country called Biafra will solve most of the problems that they have.
29%.
29%. So what happened to the rest?
Exactly.
If only 29% are in support of
minority,
the cause of the IPOB, as it were. Other needs highlighted by respondents are economic development, 24%, jobs, 11%, infrastructure development, imagine 3%, and good governance, as I said earlier.
Yes, you'd be surprised that perhaps more would have, but they're just tired of, okay, yes, you're asking for something, but when it starts to affect us, our livelihood,
hello,
is there a point? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please? Okay. All right. This text here says, good morning. Government should put much effort to stop IPOB from threatening the Anambra people. Free and fair elections should be carried out. God's time from money. I mean, when people are more afraid of IPOB than the government, well, I don't know.
I hope that there will be no loss of lives in that election in Anambra State. That's my serious wish and hope, and that the election will go as it should, and then there will be no everybody's blood, that will be sacrificed for it. That's what I wish for.
Yes, I was hoping we'd had sort of gone past that time where we'll be, people have to die because there's an election. I hope that we get past that real quickly. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you very much for being a part of the program. It's been delightful to be here, and of course, thank you for joining us. Until next time, when we come back your way, I remain Ronke Giwa Onafuwa.
I'm Oluwaseun Akinola. Chacha, we miss you. We'll see you next Friday. Good morning.
Splash FM 105.5.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every